to the weekly episode, the Premium Advantage, baby. 2024, coming in strong. The Premium Advantage helps you save time and money, baby. Go to the website, set up your tax prep appointment for 2023, get your refund ASAP. Today, on top of solutions to keep insurance and taxes low, we are going to be introducing a home inspection specialist professional, Mr. Diego Castrillon. Thank you for coming to.
Thank you for having me.
From Brian and Brian Inspections, baby, for all your real estate property inspection needs, commercial and residential. I like it. There's so many solutions out there that we're going to be discussing. Our co-host, Mr. Jacinto.
What's up, everybody?
I came in strong because I'm excited.
What's that?
I'm excited. It's the multi-stream, baby.
Multi-stream.
Every time we break a little bit of a barrier, baby. Every time, one step, the next step, the next step. Today, multi-stream, multi-solutions, inspections, residential, commercial. Here we
Streaming
go.
all over you, baby. Nice. Keep it rated.
Solutions for buyers, because Texas is hot, right? Texas is hot.
Caliente. That's the way we roll.
I know, a little too hot. Also going to be a little too hot. We're going to talk a little bit about the wildfires. It's crazy in the situations with regards to the weather. All of this affects your insurance and your taxes. So we're going to talk a little bit about it. Okay. And then also about some other stuff with regards to entertainment. The entertainment industry is evolving. So that's definitely something that we want to keep folks apprised of. Okay, appraised of. All right, so some questions for our guest, our special guest, Mr. Diego Castrillon. If you wouldn't mind enlightening us a little bit. Where did you come from? How did you get here?
So it's a funny story.
All right.
For the majority of my life, I've been in medicine. I started as a firefighter, became a medic. I worked 20 years in the medical, over 20 years in the medical field in one way or another.
Wow.
And I became an inspector in 2016 as honestly as a side hustle.
Oh, a side hustle.
Okay. Came out to be that I had a friend, her husband, had a buddy that was an appraiser. He paid him $50 to go look at $50 per unit to go look at these 10 exact same units. To just tell them what the square footage was and what kind of floors are in.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Just some of the things that their appraisers need.
Yeah, sure.
In 2 hours, the guy made $500.
Oh, gotcha.
I said, I can do that. I can do that.
What? OMG.
Okay.
So
the markets are infinite. You gotta find them.
So this is probably right around 2014, 2015. This kind of happened, and then talking to my wife, my late wife now, but we're like, I could do something like that. We can do something like that. This would be easy.
Yeah.
So we started looking around and started kind of investigating further, and came across home inspections.
Oh.
She read all about it. She goes, "You do all this stuff now at home.
Yeah.
You can do this." And sure enough, right about that time, we bought our first house. And we had our own home inspector.
Gotcha.
Brand new build.
Yeah.
You found
a new build.
Brand new build.
So you have experience. You got a little bit of experience as a person that needed this.
Exactly. We found a huge gas leak.
Oh, wow.
Because I just happened to just shadow him. Like, hey, do you mind? I just kind of want to learn what you do.
Sure.
Because again, this is something that we're kind of researching.
Sure. Got it.
Sure enough, huge gas leak in the attic.
The attic.
I personally would never have found it because I wouldn't have entered that part of the attic.
Oh, wow.
Until probably the day we moved in.
Oh, okay. How intriguing.
So I was like, interesting.
Yeah.
I see another way to help people.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh,
and sure enough, after that, I took my courses. Towards the end of 2016 is when I became certified.
Gotcha. Okay. So you have an interesting story, and it brings to light a lot of information that folks may not have available. You know what I mean? And so because sometimes people perceive, an inspection, sometimes as the seller of the property, you don't want things to get inspected. As a buyer, you don't want to spend the extra money. But this is part of the discussion about, well, what is an inspection? What would you do with it? How can you get one? What the costs are, relatively speaking, so that you can go, and what the benefits that you're going to get. You know what I mean? From something like this, If you could briefly explain what a home inspection involves and why do you think this is an essential situation?
So the technical term of a home inspection is really is a visual inspection of the structural and mechanical aspect of that property.
Okay.
What does that include? Your big ticket items, condition of the roof. Is there HVAC system, air conditioning, heaters, stuff like that? Is it working as it is intended to work?
Okay.
Things like the water heater. Is it producing hot water? Is it leaking? Is it rusting? Things like that. We do a visual inspection of the property because the state of Texas will not let us do an invasive inspection. So one of the things that we have to do as inspectors at the very beginning of any inspection, we have to set certain expectations.
Oh, okay.
It's like we cannot look through walls. We try to use technology like infrared cameras.
Yeah. Oh, you got infrared?
We use infrared.
You got infrared cameras?
I know somebody in this room that's had me.
Oh, that's the camera. That's not even, oh, no, it's private. Oh, that's hilarious. Get the infrared.
But we try to do everything using the latest and most up-to-date technology to be able to see things like hopefully a leak in between a wall or something like that.
I'll tell you what, that was actually very helpful when you did that. I actually you took a picture and you sent it to me, and there was a spot that it just showed slightly different discoloration under the infrared. So it wasn't like it was a super like, oh, check this out. It takes a professional to be able to identify. Hey, correct. And so I kept that picture. Right now, that area is not there anymore. Oh, because we changed it up, but it was useful for me.
You should frame that picture, put it up.
yeah.
But yeah, it's different things like that we as home inspectors, we try to catch everything. Conditions of property changes from the day we do the inspection to the very next day, which is another expectation that we got to put in.
Yeah.
Today.
Yeah.
We expect today, up to today.
I expect you to inspect today.
Correct. And we got to kind of explain to our clients, like, look, things change.
Yeah.
Especially if the house is vacant, no water's running through anything.
Yeah.
Gaskets dry up. You can possibly get leaks.
Yeah.
Although we inspected it, we didn't see any leaks that day.
Right.
Doesn't mean it can't happen when you move in a month after all the inspection.
Yeah, correct.
So there's definitely things that we as inspectors have to set certain expectations to begin with. But to get back to the original point,
sure,
a home inspection is the visual inspection of that property.
Okay. How do you think that would contribute? Like if you're a home buyer, how does that help you?
So for me, this is probably the best way I can kind of describe this is I go back to my medical training and everything else. It goes back to we're basically the emergency room for this property. We will look at everything and tell you what specialist you need.
Oh, okay.
So that's probably the best way I can describe it, because if we're sitting in there, we start running the air conditioning and we notice that it's not meeting a certain range that it needs. And then we call it out saying that the differentials or the difference between what's coming out and what's being brought in is either too high, too low.
Yeah.
And say you need an HVAC specialist to evaluate the system further.
Got it. What's this take? How long does it take? An inspection or say, hey, I need an inspection. How long does this take?
On average.
So every inspector is a little bit different.
Sure.
We all inspect just a little bit different, but we try to get all the same results. So let's say your typical, the best rule of thumb is for every 1,000 square feet, add about an hour.
Oh, okay.
So for 3,000, roughly about 3 hours.
Okay.
3.5 hours, something to that effect.
Yeah.
And the bigger the property, the longer times it's going to be. Okay. But for the most part, the best rule is just like for every 1,000 square feet, think about an hour.
Okay. So you're going through this situation where you're wanting an inspection. Is it something that you want to do? When would you want to do a home inspection? I mentioned home buying, but when is it a reasonable time to do maybe like a complete home inspection?
So in Texas, so in Texas, for the most part, it's somebody looking to buy a property.
Typically speaking, somebody to buy.
It's the buyer.
Typically.
Now we do offer things for people that are thinking about putting their house on the market.
Oh, okay.
They may be curious to see, hey, what does it all entail?
Yeah.
Like let me get a good idea on what I think I may need to put this house up on the market.
Get ahead of it. Let me get ahead of it. Okay.
We do offer what's called a pre-listing.
A pre-listing. Okay. Okay. So
the only bad thing with that is what we find.
You have to disclose it.
You have to disclose it.
Gotcha. I gotcha. So you may find this surprise and the situation that you may not want to, that you didn't know about.
Correct.
What do you mean you have to disclose it? Because in other situations you wouldn't have to disclose it?
If you didn't know about it, how can you disclose
I
something you
see
didn't
what you
know?
mean. I see what you mean.
Right. So
If you do this pre-listing, something big comes up.
Yeah.
If you decide to sell that property,
yeah,
technically you would have to disclose it at the time.
It may be something that you still want to get ahead of because you don't know what you're expecting, so you don't know. You don't know. That's an interest to some folks prefer to be not informed and try to get some value.
Ignorance is bliss.
And some folks prefer, no, let me inform myself and I'll take the burden of knowledge. You know what I mean? And then deal with it as it comes. I mean, it's an interesting situation. Yeah, I get it. Most people, would you say? I don't want to say most, but what would you say is the amount of folks, at least in Texas or in Houston, that when they purchase a house, like they're gonna do an inspection? What do you think? Most people, you think the majority, or not? Some? I would think everybody would do it.
So, I mean, I know there's data on this, but to give you an actual number, I'd probably be lying to you. But I say a good number of people, for most transactions, get some form of inspection done.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. So I'm thinking, for example, somebody's gonna want to buy a house, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then when would be a good time to like time this situation? Like when do you want to do this inspection? Before you make an offer? After you make an offer? How does that go about?
So typically the way it works is the moment you go into your option period.
Gotcha.
The moment it says we executed this contract last night to say we're putting in an offer on this house, the seller's accepted.
What?
They typically call us either that same day or the very next morning, and we try to get them in with usually next day or the day after.
Gotcha.
Typically for right now that we're seeing, most option periods are running between 5 and 7 days.
Gotcha.
So we as a company tried our best to try to get them scheduled either that day or the next day.
Gotcha.
Now there are the flukes where I've had one property that literally had a 12-hour option period.
What? Oh no, that's weird.
It was at the height of everybody's buying
12 hours.
Yeah, they're like, you got 12 hours. They called us. I literally got the phone call that morning. Hey, can you go to Sugarland? I'm like, sure.
We got it. Y'all got it. Wow. Look at that.
I happen to have a job that fell off that morning. Got out there.
Sure.
Did the inspection. About 2 hours later, he had a very rough draft.
Very rough draft. Hey, something. Hey, dude, here you go. Something.
She was about, with the inspection, maybe 6 hours later.
Yeah, sure.
He got the inspection report.
Ah, wow. Look at that. That's interesting because one would think it would be reasonable to have like all your ducks lined up. Meaning, hey, inspection company, quick. I'm gonna purchase a house. I don't know where yet, but I need y'all to be ready.
Yeah.
And we're gonna make some offers, probably today or tomorrow. So instead of calling you after the offer, or it's like, oh, dude, how much time do we have on like before?
It's like chess, not checkers, right?
Yeah, you're right. So I'm just thinking, and just keep in mind the premium advantage, maybe we're discussing situations and solutions and how you make this option period be more. Instead of, you could gain a day or two by setting yourself up a little bit before.
So there's definitely that fine line.
Yes, a fine line, baby. When it's real estate, you have that little fine line.
Definitely. It's the moment that the seller agrees
That's
to
right.
your contract.
That's right.
We are literally calling everybody, listing agents, buyers agents, everybody, to make sure that we're all on the same page.
Yes, correct. So if you put everybody ahead one day before you actually get that offer, I perceive that you can actually have a little bit of an extra gap here with regards to being able to, I guess, use the information is the way it is. It's to have enough more, a little bit, just if you have just 12 hours or one more day to think about what to do with that info, think about what you, that's what I'm saying, right?
It's not only that, it's also just kind of like, okay, what specialist do I need to get out there?
Yeah, that's right.
Let me get estimates.
Because those take a little bit of time as well, right?
They take time to schedule.
Yeah, time to schedule. So you go from the one to the other so that you can keep going back and forth on the negotiations. Correct. Because sometimes you may get stuck on the other player's side. I need this fixed, and then you don't have enough time. They don't respond. So you're right. All this little, the nature of the inspection and having Diego here is so that we can all be informed about this potential situation that people don't know about.
Correct. And that's why we like, for us as inspectors, we view the property as a whole. Yeah, we don't get into the true specifics of every single system.
Sure.
But we give you enough information to be like, hey, we think you need this specialist, that specialist, and this person. You have let's say a 7-day option period. Let's get you guys in here. So your wonderful realtor can come in and negotiate everything that you need.
Right. I like it. This is intriguing.
Especially because the stuff that y'all tackle is the fundamental stuff. So it's like, man, you'll have to get this done.
Correct.
So it's no. So yes and no.
Yes and no. Yes and no.
Yes, I love this.
Oh, it's quantum realities, baby.
Multi-stream.
Yes and no.
Bring it.
So yes and no. So you got to also think about everybody's different skill level, right?
Ooh.
Because let's say the person buying is an electrician. Do they need to really have an electrician come out with something they can fix?
Wow, that's an interesting variable.
So you start thinking, you got to really kind of know your clients. So I'm gonna be like, that's part of like the interaction that you have with your clients. Get to know them, like get to know what it is, and just try to present all the information in a way that honestly doesn't send people screaming out the door.
Nice.
Because you start mentioning foundations, and most people's head just kind of what, and they buyers get scared because it is probably the biggest investment that one does in their lifetime.
Oh,
Sure.
So you got to be able to just present the facts.
Yeah. I got you.
And things like that.
And guide, to the potential solutions to the nature of the situation.
I thought a wedding ring was also a super expensive part.
That's just everything that follows it.
Okay. So a lot of information. Jacinto,
I have a question for inspector.
please go ahead. Please, what you got?
Have you ever, because this happens, I've seen this on the internet where the realtor like goes over there and then the person like hits on them. Have you ever had an inspection where you come over and the lady's all like, "Oh, thank you for being here. I'm so oh, why don't you inspect this right quick?" Has anything like that ever happened in the inspector world? I think I'm talking about pornos mostly. Maybe I'm getting my.
I've seen it.
It's called realtor porn or something like that. Where the realtor.
Oh man!
Your thoughts?
So we've got some inspectors that are pretty good looking dudes.
Look at that, Brian and Brian.
I don't know
The hottest
what happens to them. I don't know what happens to them when they're out in their own inspections.
Everybody's inspecting. Everybody's inspecting so long as we get the 6 hour window.
I want my inspector to be 6 foot and Capricorn.
I like it.
Sorry, my questions are always kind of weird.
This is good. Home inspections. Your office in Texas.
Go to the homes.
All right, cool. And what are some potential additional values on top of the initial situation where you're gathering information about your property in a relatively quick time? Sometimes it's a new home buyer. Some new buyers don't really know how new home functions or a home functions in general. There's so many pieces, you know. What's more lagging value could they get with regards to this inspection that they get?
This is one of the times that I truly like when the client is there with me.
Oh yeah, you're right. Go with you to the inspection.
I
Go
don't
to
know.
the inspection.
I don't know why, but I have that nature to where I like to teach.
Mm.
And so I'd love to show like my clients and everything. Hey, let me show you where your main water shut off in case you ever have a leak. Let me show you where that is at.
Yeah.
Let me show you where your breaker box is and what order you need to kind of start shutting the house down if you ever, God forbid, ever have like an electrical fire or fire in general.
Sure.
Just little things like that. I like to just be able to show the client. Honestly,
those little things can be freaking huge.
A little bit at a time because you gather this information. So there's one more value that doesn't cost anything extra, which is go to the inspection with the inspector and get this little feedback additional.
Awesome.
That's not going to be in the report.
And also just kind of be able to show. I know a lot of builders kind of do this, but show that your AC system needs maintenance.
Mm-hmm.
Let me show you how that's done.
Yeah.
It's literally pouring a cup of bleach or vinegar down this little PVC pipe.
Yeah.
Twice a year.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Or something as far as like, you should be emptying out your water heater once a year to just get all that sediment out.
Gotcha. What? You gotta once a year.
Once a year.
I'll be right back. Be right back. Get some sediment to remove.
But there's things like that. If you didn't know, if you weren't in those situations before, you didn't know about that, you're gonna mess it up. I'll tell you a story about me one time. I was raised by women.
Oh, okay.
So all my laundry was always done for me my whole life.
Oh, wow.
When I finally moved out, but I was the outside slave. Don't get it wrong. I was working outside all the time.
I got you.
But when I finally moved out, I got my own place. I didn't know you're supposed to take the lint out of the lint trap.
Oh yeah.
So so then I had it for like a year or something. I didn't do it. One day my sister comes over and she's like, "Hey, I need to wash it." Yeah, go ahead. She's like, "Dude, what's up with your dryer's not drying?" I'm like, "Yeah, I need to tell the maintenance to come check it out." And she goes in there and pulls it out. Dude, it was like this thick.
No way!
This thick. Can y'all see that? This thick. I'm like, this close from being in a fire. right? From that thing catching on fire.
As a firefighter, I'd be like, yeah, you're too asking for a fire.
Like, but I didn't know because I've never done that before. So little things like that in your home, if you don't know the little tricks of the trade like that,
well, right. So imagine then the way you mentioned it, I think about somebody that maybe living in an apartment that goes to a house,
great one,
right? Where they're typically using the laundromat at the apartment complex, potentially now they buy this stuff, and so they have one more layer of maintenance to do. You know what I mean?
Like the cup of vinegar thing, like you don't know
that. Right? No,
like,
the gutters, check your gutters. Telling you now, check the gutters, man. Jeez,
that's awesome. That's right. Yeah.
Also, just check your roof every now and then if you have a flat roof.
That's hey man, I'm on that. I'm trying to get, but sometimes actually it's tough to get inspections to go out. Hey, can I get an inspection? And they're like, can I get a job? And I'm like, hold on, first I need you to come inspect, and then we'll see if we need the job.
Yeah.
So that in itself is challenging.
That is.
But here we are looking for solutions, baby, and all of these saves you money in insurance and in taxes. Yes, all the way around.
So to kind of tie in something with the insurance.
Oh, what?
Electrical boxes.
I've never seen you turn your head that fast before. He was popping your neck off.
So this is something that I've probably learned within the last year or two.
Okay.
Is that certain insurance companies will not insure you depending on the type of electrical box you have.
Oh, that is correct. What? Here's your insurance license. Oh, no, not yet. What else do you know?
So one of the things that I know I try to kind of communicate with my client and stuff like that is with these older homes that were built in the 70s, early 80s, stuff like that, that you still have like these old, well, they're called FPE boxes or Federal Pacific Electric Company boxes.
Right. There's a crossover situation with regards to issues with those boxes.
Correct. Some of those homes that they still have them may not be insurable.
Yeah.
Wow.
We've got a lot of those.
That's
a lot.
huge.
How long ago did this little situation begin to reveal itself as an issue? Because actually I've seen it as an issue 2-3 years now. Or those inspections come up. Not everybody knows sometimes the inspections don't reveal this, but I don't even know what the issue is, to be honest with you.
So it started when some of the insurance companies started asking for these inspection reports.
Oh, okay.
They want to start knowing what's in the house.
Oh, I see.
Even some appraisers.
After some fires. Hey, correct. I need to see what's up. I need to have it.
So the whole reason things like FPE is no longer in business because is because the main breaker wasn't shutting off.
Oh, interesting.
When it's supposed to.
Okay.
So I actually came across when I first kind of got started with Brian and Brian.
Yeah.
I was inspecting a home that had an FPE box.
Yeah.
And I'm doing my typical, taking the front off, looking at all the cables, make sure I don't see any arcing or sparking or just signs of fire.
Yeah.
And then we always, as a company, we take thermal images or IR photos of that panel to make sure that nothing is overheating.
Yeah.
I put my thermal to that main breaker of that panel. It was 208 degrees.
Oh wow! Oh man, it was on the move.
That's not good.
It was cooking. And for a main breaker to be that hot, it's no bueno.
No bueno. What? Bilingual, baby. The premium advantage. Yes. No. See. No.
That thing.
Man.
Yeah.
It was insane because now at that point, like, I had every light on in the house.
Sure.
I had everything going. I'm like literally, I'm shutting off. There's a actual, like a way to turn all, like start just flipping everything off without just shutting off your main.
Sure.
So I'm like slowly just turning everything off, turning all the lights off, turning every single breaker off, and then shutting down that main once it cooled off enough.
Yeah. Wow.
And then I'm contacting the sellers, the agents, and be like, hey, there is a potential fire hazard here.
I gotcha. So this is just good reason why you want to do an inspection, so you can find out these things before it's an issue.
Correct.
Okay. Now, let me ask you this question. As solutions go, is this solutions only for new home buyers and single home buyers? I would think maybe like an investor that's buying houses continuously may want like a streamlined way to like, hey, I need like whatever many inspectors. Is that something that how do you guys work with?
So honestly, with investors, it's even better. We offer what's called a
investors pay attention.
Just a major components inspection.
Okay.
Where we don't look at all the details like on the walls. We don't care about the cosmetic stuff.
Big things.
We look, is the AC working?
Gotcha.
Is the foundation fairly level or level?
Yeah.
And some of these flip homes that they're just
got it. Yeah, sure.
The house is tilting sideways. Is the roof in a decent condition?
Okay, got it.
Is your electrical box,
got it.
proper?
Yeah.
Just those major components. I'm not testing every plug. I'm not doing any of
Yeah.
that other stuff that we normally would do for a regular inspection, but we do offer what's called a major components inspection for investors.
Got it. Well, there you go. Look at that. Solutions across the board. All of these solutions is my impression as folks get information. It helps them lower their insurance, lower their taxes. Yes, it's part of the whole strategy here at the Premium Advantage. What else? You guys have some questions? What do you got? I'm going through my notes here. What's next?
I don't have any questions anymore. That was my main one there. But I do want to give a shout out to my comedy show going on tonight. Remember, every Friday night, Hacienda Taco y Tamales over there on Lawndale, 5434 Lawndale, 77023. Tonight we have Brian Gonzalez, Joseph Romero, and Mason James.
Mason James is coming in.
Mason, you know Mason.
Ooh, man, that's hot.
So he's gonna be headlining the show. So he's gonna go for like 45 minutes to an
What?
hour, maybe 2 hours. I don't know.
Whoa.
Man, last time our record
Mason.
now is an hour and 15. Blame did an hour and 15, which is crazy, man. Anyway, we have a great audience and great food. So come out, Hacienda Tacos.
The place is ready. It's nice. It's big too. They have a patio in the back, so you can go have a good old time.
And they always make fun of Robert when he comes in because of his beard. Every time.
Perfect,
it's like gold. It's like a beacon of light.
Have my drink ready next time. If you're gonna,
I know
have my drink ready. Have my drink ready. I gotcha. I like it. So on the note, it's March, baby, month of luck.
Good old St. Patty's.
St. Patty's Day, baby.
Where's my green beer at, man?
Don't get pinched. Don't get pinched.
Or get pinched. It's okay.
Okay. Or get pinched. Yeah, that's right.
Hey, if you're into that, you know, there's some people who like pain.
Get your pinching on. Get your pinching on.
Shout out to the homie. You know who you are.
Also, we have the raffle winner. The raffle winner, who is
Rafael.
Mr. Tao Powell.
Mr. Tao Powell.
Awesome. Congratulations.
If you know Mr. Tao Powell, please do us a favor. Let him know that you want to raffle. Contact us. We'll try communicating out. We have one pending raffle that has not been distributed. We need to get in touch with Ms. Sasha Barron. If you know her, please have her. I'm assuming it's a lady's name, Sasha Barron, to contact us. We'll try again, but then if by next month we can't do it, we'll probably, as at the solution space, roll that over to the next one.
Help us, help you.
Help me, help you, help me, help you.
Help you. We're helping each other, right? The Premium Advantage, baby, get you raffles. Where else?
Waffles? What'd you say? I want some waffles. That sounds delicious.
That sounds delicious.
Raffles and waffles. Maybe we should raffle off some waffles. That sounds great.
Go to the memberships page at thepremiumadvantage.com, scroll to the bottom, or go to the YouTube channel at the About section to enter the raffle or register as a guest. All right. What else do we have? Let's talk about Texas and hot Texas. What have you guys heard about them wildfires?
It's on fire.
No, insurance is out. The moratorium on all insurances in that area. Getting emails continuously, right? Moratorium. No, we can't insure nobody over here. What's going on? How did this get started? Anybody know?
They still don't know, right?
It's an electrical box. It's an electrical box.
Well, I hope it's not like what happened in California. I was living in California when those ginormous, massive wildfires happened, and they were the result of the electric company.
Oh.
The electric company got sued by the state. It was this humongous thing. And you know something interesting? I remember too when I would go when I was living there. First thing I noticed when I would just like walk down the neighborhood is their power lines would sizzle.
Oh, really?
Constantly,
really?
All the time. And I was like, and I remember thinking like, I've never heard that ever in Houston.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about that and why that?
I just know Lana Del Rey mentions that in one of her songs.
Ooh, that's interesting right there. That's hot fire.
Says sizzling like a snare.
That's what's up. But anyways, I don't know what this wildfire is about. Hopefully, it's not anything electrical that some idiot did. Or something that somebody. Hopefully, it's just like a natural thing, and hopefully we'll get it done, man. It's horrible.
We're in the start of the dry season, and it's windy right now this time of year. So
yeah, that area.
Start of the dry season, and it's windy.
Yeah.
And so I know a lot of times that any kind of fires and stuff like that can always spark something.
Yeah.
Not sure if that's what caused this, but
keep this in mind. I saw the videos, and some of the locations the fire was really high, and some of it was just like a small little slither of small little fire. I've seen those before.
Mm-hmm.
They look simple enough to put out, but they're not.
No,
they're it's like super hot.
No, because they're smoldering.
Yeah, smoldering. Right. You can't even get close.
Yeah.
So even with the little tiny ones that you see, it's all you just got to put them out. Yeah. No, the wind picks up that ember, and it takes it about 150 feet away and starts anew.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Starts a new line of fire.
Wow.
Even when you get these big fires.
Yeah.
Man, if that wind is kicking, it will literally spin it and just start distributing fire.
I've seen those. I mean, those are terrible. Like the fire tornadoes. Ooh, man, are we getting fire tornadoes in Texas? I haven't seen them. Do they have those yet? I've seen them in California fires. But fire tornadoes.
It's scary.
I know. I hope we don't get those.
I just remember from that movie Backdraft. Remember that movie?
Oof. That's why I became a firefighter.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah.
Because of Jennifer Jason Leigh, she's hella hot back in that movie. But because of her or because of the?
I just figured I was in my early 20s and I wanted to do something. There's a fire station right by the house. I'm like, let's go sign up.
Dude, that's cool, man.
You know, there's a lot of.
Hey, shout out to all the firefighters, man. That is a hard job, man. Shout out to y'all, and especially the ones out there fighting it right now, man. I know that Texas is. That's one thing special about Texas. It doesn't matter what race, ethnicity, religion, creed. We all have a pride for Texas, and I know there's some firefighters going from all over the state up there to go fight that. So, shout out to y'all, man.
Do you guys know who started the first fire system here in the U.S.?
Benjamin Franklin.
Benjamin Franklin, baby. Yeah. Go get your Benjamin Franklin shirts at superfreakingfresh.com.
Nice
Superfreakingfresh.com. Get your Benjamin Franklin shirts. Support the firefighters.
Nice
All the way
transition.
around, baby.
That was smooth.
All the way around.
That was nice.
Let's see. And then we also have on the entertainment industry some information. I don't know how to feel about this. It means, from what I understand, there's a production happening about Miss Yolanda Saldivar. Have you guys heard about this? I know I mentioned it earlier. What is going on? So this lady is in prison. But she's getting a movie or a Netflix special. What's up? What's happening? Do anybody know? How do we feel about this? Do we bring feeling into this?
My understanding of this is just basically they're trying to get her side of the story.
Oh,
And putting that out there.
Okay, but he's gonna make money though.
It's Netflix.
Okay, so they're gonna make money off this story. Yeah, some people are gonna be upset about this.
I'm upset.
I'm just like, which I mean,
I'm waiting March 26th, 2025.
What's
I'm going
happening?
to show up to that prison, and when she comes out, I'm going to slap her. In the face.
Are you gonna be out there?
I'm going to be ready.
She's not gonna be out
Me
that
and
day.
a whole bunch of
See,
people.
you tricked her. She's not gonna come out that
Right,
day.
right. No, that's all right. We'll be. Oh, you know what? We're gonna set up something. I don't know, but there's gonna be a lot of man. She is more hated than the devil in the Mexican community. I mean, like, dude, man, like everybody.
That hatred spans generations.
Bro, seriously,
Ugh.
seriously, young, old, it doesn't matter if you knew her at all. It's like, dude, that is like, how could you?
Yeah, it's terribly tragic.
But honestly, we do want to know the story. Netflix is not stupid. Netflix knows.
You get the other version,
Tiger King.
but there's also sometimes it's like an exaggeration. So it's hard to say, like, truth, reality is subjective.
Yeah, we'll never
right?
know.
Right, we will never know.
Until we
So
ask
this is my
Selena.
perception is my perception is, to me, don't get sucked into with this version that's going to come in that's going to potentially like excuse the nature of the situation and go, hey, Yolanda did it, she got a movie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, hey, but
Don't sleep, girl.
but it could touch into a situation which might be like mental illness, so that
100%.
so that could be something.
She obviously was mentally or is mentally
but,
ill.
I don't know. We don't know that. I don't know.
You gotta be.
I don't
It's
know
Selena.
enough. I mean, yeah. I don't know.
You know? That's the thing we don't know. There was so many rumors when it happened. I don't know if
Yeah.
y'all remember.
Yeah.
Back, we were all in high school. I remember one of the rumors was that possibly she was like in love with Selena and was trying to like tell her I love you in a lesbian situation. And Selena was like, no, let me come talk to you and whatever. And comes over. It's like, it's you or nothing. And boom, like that. Maybe. That was one of the rumors, but I don't know.
Okay.
But
that's not what I heard.
What did you hear?
I hear that she lied about the whole thing and said that she actually.
It was a money thing, right?
Yeah, and then she accidentally pulled the trigger. That's what I heard. From what I heard her say in court.
Okay.
So if the story changes, I'm like, hey, well, no. Like when you said it was an accident, that's what I thought I heard. Maybe I'm wrong, but nonetheless, we'll see how it
We'll
goes.
see, man. That's interesting.
Okay, so developments in entertainment, developments in the weather, developments in insurance taxes, home inspection solutions, so that whenever you do move into this new home or whenever you do buy or get this set of homes as an investor, yeah, baby, the Premium Advantage got you.
Get it inspected.
That's right, baby.
Advances in science as well. Fun fact. You
And
ready for my fun fact?
Go ahead, go.
All right. So I always like to bring a fun fact to see if I can blow out Roberto's mind. So this just came out. This just happened this week in science. Astronomers have found a mysterious wave-like structure that is slowly slithering through our galaxy.
What? Slithering?
We don't know what this is, and that just boggles my mind. We have no clue, but it's a slow slither through the galaxy.
Space worms.
Slither, yeah, space worms. I like it.
We don't have to worry about one more thing.
I mean, because we live in an infinite reality. So we live. How could space worms not exist?
Space worms.
I know, right? It's up for the summer, baby.
Shout out to Netflix. Make it happen.
See that in a movie? Yeah.
Cool. I like it. I like it. Cool. I went through all my notes. Anything else you guys want to throw out there? Any shout outs? Cito, what's up? Oh, we have an episode coming up for the Brunch Comedy Show.
Brunch Comedy Show. When is that?
May 2nd at the Common Desk in East End in Houston. So
East
get your tickets.
End.
Get your tickets at the website.
May 2nd. That's a Thursday. We're gonna be tearing it down. So this could be a Cinco de Mayo festive type of situation.
Yeah.
Shout out. It's gonna be. We're gonna call it Cinto de Mayo.
Ooh.
I'm trying to push that in there. Trying to push that in there.
Cinto, I like it.
We'll see what
I
happens.
like it. I like it. I
Oh,
like
look,
it.
Cinto right there. Pushing that in there.
Cinto.
Yeah. Love it. Yeah.
Cool. That's it for me. Anything else?
No. Anytime you have any questions or anything, always reach out.
Reach out. We'll put the link in the description to Brian and Brian Inspections, maybe a LinkedIn page so folks can communicate with your questions or anything like that.
Definitely.
Cinto, what's up? Anything from you?
Nothing, man. I just want y'all to come check out the comedy show. Check out Hacienda Tacos y Tamales, hahacinto.com for all your hahacinto needs.
Cool. See you guys next time.